Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Thursday, May 6, 2021. Deutsche Welle report. European powers call on Israel to halt settlement expansion. The foreign ministers of Germany, the UK, France, Spain, and Italy on Thursday called on Israel to stop the construction of illegal settlements in occupied Palestinian territories. We urge the government of Israel to reverse its decision to advance the construction of 540 settlement units in the Homa area of the occupied West Bank, and to cease its policy of settlement expansion across the occupied Palestinian territories, the foreign ministers said in a joint statement.
Fox report. University of Kentucky student dies during hike after falling off 150-foot cliff. Officials say a University of Kentucky medical student who was breaking in a new pair of boots ahead of an upcoming hiking trip with her friends has been found dead after falling off a 150-foot cliff, search and rescue officials say. The 24-year-old, identified as Gabriella Smith of Alexandria, was located Tuesday in the Red River Gorge geological area, according to Powell County Search and Rescue. She was taking videos of her surroundings, and from the video you could see she was on the edge. Lisa Johnson, a spokesperson for the nonprofit rescue agency, told Fox News.
BBC report. Qatar finance minister arrested in corruption investigation. The Attorney General ordered that Ali Sharif al-Ahmadi be questioned after a review of alleged crimes related to the civil service, according to the Qatar news agency. Mr. Ahmadi has not yet commented. He sits on the board of Qatar's $300 billion, £216 billion, sovereign wealth fund and is chairman of Qatar National Bank. Mr. Ahmadi was chief executive of the bank, which is the Middle East's largest lender, before becoming finance minister in 2013.
Fox report. UK, France send vessels to Jersey Island. Why is there a fight over fishing and how might it escalate? 2 Royal Navy vessels have been sent to Jersey amid concerns of a possible blockade of the island by French boats. But why have they been deployed? Sky News looks at what sparked the tensions and how the row might escalate. What's happening? The UK has deployed HMS Severn and HMS Tamar to Jersey to conduct maritime security patrols, as a strictly precautionary measure, following talks with the Jersey government, the Ministry of Defense has said.
Fox report. Tennessee teen charged with 2 murders, arrested with 7 guns in his car. Nashville police arrested a 17-year-old Wednesday and charged him with 2 murders that took place in December and November of last year. The teen allegedly had 7 guns in his car when he was arrested during a traffic stop Wednesday night, including 3 handguns and 4 long guns. Nashville police accused the teen of shooting and killing 34-year-old Alexander Presley while sitting in his car outside his home on November.
CNN report. Nearly 1 in 3 new stores opening in the U.S. as a Dollar General. $3 store chains will make up almost half of all the new stores opening up in the United States this year, a reflection of the dollar store sector's outsized growth in the retail industry as other chains close shops or stop building new ones. About 45% of the 3,597 store openings that large retail chains in the United States have announced so far this year are from Dollar General, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, according to the latest figures from Coresight Research, a firm that aggregates the numbers from company filings and press releases.
BBC report. Mohammed Nasheed, former Maldives president, injured in blast. Supporters from the governing Maldivian Democratic Party, MDP, said the blast happened as he was about to get into a car outside his home on Thursday. Initial reports suggested an explosive device had been fastened to a motorbike that was parked nearby. Several other people are reported to have been injured in the incident. Mr. Nasheed, 53, is currently serving as the Speaker in Parliament, which is the Indian Ocean nation's second most powerful position.
Deutsche Welle report. Coronavirus Digest. Russia approves 1-dose Sputnik V jab. The Russian Direct Investment Fund, RDIF, which helped finance the vaccine, said the single-dose version demonstrated 79.4% efficacy, compared to 91.6% for the 2-dose version. The 2-dose version has been approved for use in over 60 countries, but it has yet to be approved by the European Medicines Agency, EMA, or the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. As Russia seeks to boost its vaccine abroad, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Moscow was considering supplying 1 million Sputnik V vaccine doses to Armenia, according to the RIA news agency.
BBC report. Tanzanian Samia Suluhu Hassan's 5 quotes which charmed Kenya. John Magufuli, who died in March, was a prominent coronavirus skeptic, and the late president's controversial stance led to Kenya closing crossing points along their 750 kilometers, 465-mile border at one stage. But while on a 2-day visit to Kenya, Mrs. Samia broke with her custom in Tanzania and wore a face mask the whole time. During her speeches, some in the Swahili language that the two countries share, she delighted business leaders and MPs with anecdotes and quips.
Deutsche Welle report. Coronavirus. Germany opens up AstraZeneca COVID vaccines for all adults. AstraZeneca jabs will no longer be limited to people aged 60 and older, German federal and state officials agreed on Thursday. People will also no longer have to wait 12 weeks to receive their second dose of the AstraZeneca jab, Health Minister Jens Spahn announced. The second dose can be delivered as soon as 4 weeks after the first. This means that when it comes to vaccinations and doctors' surgeries, it is the doctors who decide who is to be vaccinated and when, Spahn said.
Al Jazeera report. A challenge for Afghan military as U.S. leaves Afghanistan. The current focus for U.S. forces in Afghanistan and their NATO partners is the withdrawal of their troops, scheduled to be complete by September 11. Then priority will shift to helping Afghan security forces from over the horizon, top U.S. military officials said Thursday. The Afghan security forces will play the major role in stopping the Taliban, and I know what we're seeing unfold is what we expected to unfold, increased pressure, said U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin.
CNN report. Rio Tinto shareholders rebel over destruction of sacred indigenous caves. Rio Tinto shareholders have rebelled over payouts to former CEO Jean-Sébastien Jacques and other executives who quit last year after the company destroyed a 46,000-year-old sacred indigenous site in Australia. More than 60% of the votes cast at the mining company's annual general meetings in London and Sydney were against its remuneration report, according to results published by the company on Thursday.
CNN report. What is Bitcoin Cash? A cryptocurrency that looks and sounds a lot like Bitcoin has creeped up into the top 10 biggest digital currencies list. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash shares most of its code with Bitcoin, but it is significantly faster at processing transactions. The cryptocurrency is having a moment. It surged more than 11% Thursday, and more than 300% this year, according to Coinbase. Here's what you need to know about the Bitcoin cousin that's rapidly growing in popularity.
Fox report. Colombia protests see at least 24 dead after 1 week. Colombia entered its 8th day of protests Thursday, with police employing severe crowd control methods and drawing criticism from the international community as deaths and arrests pile up. It's currently estimated that at least 24 people have died, with some estimates closer to 30 deaths overall, including both civilians and police officers. Human rights groups have also claimed that at least 800 people have been injured in the confrontations.
Al Jazeera report. At least 25 killed in Rio de Janeiro's deadliest police raid. At least 25 people, including a police officer, were killed in a shootout on Thursday during an operation against drug traffickers in Rio de Janeiro's Jacarezinho slum, police said. Suspects tried to escape across rooftops as police entered the slum in armored vehicles and helicopters flew overhead, television images showed. The intense firefight kept residents in their homes. 3 policemen were shot and 1 died of a head wound in hospital, police said.
Al Jazeera report. Nuclear deal possible if Iran makes political decision. U.S. agreement could be reached within weeks on a path for Washington and Tehran to resume compliance with the 2015 Iran nuclear deal if Iran makes a political decision to do so, a senior U.S. State Department official said. Is it possible that we'll see a mutual return to compliance in the next few weeks, or an understanding of a mutual compliance? It's possible, yes, the official told reporters on condition of anonymity during a telephone briefing on Thursday.
CNN report. French journalist kidnapped in Mali pleads for help in video. A French journalist who disappeared in Mali last month said in a video that emerged on social media Wednesday that he had been kidnapped by a jihadist group and pleaded for help from French authorities. CNN has been unable to independently verify the video and it was not clear when it was filmed. In the 21-second clip, Olivier Dubois identifies himself before saying he was kidnapped in Gao, a town in central Mali, on April 8 by a local Islamist group affiliated Al-Qaeda that is known as JNIM, an acronym for the Group for the Support of Islam and Muslims.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell.